Hey guys, what is going on? This is Wrestlelamia, back with another episode. It's night 2 of the WWE Draft. Join us now as Wrestlelamia looks at the first May edition of Raw, as well as the wildest wrestling news stories and rumors you need to know, including more draft picks made after Raw, ring announcer shakeup, Mike Tyson ready to take out WWE Superstar, a new writer for Bray Wyatt, and more. As always, Wrestlelamia won't recap the show, but look at the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. The good. Some much-needed NXT call-ups. Does the WWE have too much talent on Raw and SmackDown? While both rosters are jam-packed, the infusion of fresh talent rarely hurts, especially when WWE gives them time to develop and get over, rather than feeding them to established stars. Despite the WWE's claims to the contrary, Wrestlelamia has the feeling WWE will be trimming its roster soon, which should make space for the NXT call-ups, each of which brings something special with them. A good build-up for Backlash. Raw was all about the 2023 draft and selling Backlash, and the WWE did a good job using the draft to keep fans tuned in while it hyped Saturday's show. While tonight's Raw had plenty of problems, including the draft itself, it excelled in promoting Backlash. Bianca plants the seeds of discord. Good work by Bianca Belair subtly furthering the dissolution of Damage Control when she said Io Sky is finally going to get the chance to shine on her own, something that seemed to resonate with Sky and upset Bayley, who is beginning to realize Io and Dakota are questioning why they need her. The bad. A daffy draft. Night 2 provided some downright daffy moments that ignored the rules from Night 1. For example, the WWE ignored Night 1's rule that tag teams and factions would be counted as one unit. That being said, why was the Judgment Day's Rhea Ripley drafted to Raw in one pick, while the rest of the Judgment Day were drafted to Raw later on? Those tired tag tropes. Whether you want to call them tropes or call them cliches, the WWE needs to scale back 2 tired tag team storytelling tools. 1. The blind tag, and 2. The tag partner who is out for most of the match. Both are terrific when used sparingly, but the WWE's producers have turned them into crutches that fans can count on seeing each match. No more showcase matches? Tonight's show did well at hyping Saturday's Backlash, but where were the classic matches that fans have come to expect on Raw and SmackDown? Matches that feature good workers and are given time to seem like something besides a throwaway. Tonight's matches were far too short, other than the requisite squash match between Omos and Alanis. LWO can't win. The LWO's association with Rey Mysterio has been getting them plenty of TV matches, but there's one thing that they haven't had: wins. Even if fans don't know what the LWO stands for, they'll know the W doesn't stand for win. It's too bad because the faction is red hot, both in terms of how the fans react to them and by their merchandise sales. Another micro main event. Seth Rollins vs. Solo Sikoa was a worthy main event that had to have fans pumped up to see this first-time TV encounter between 2 top stars. While the purpose of this match was clearly to build up Backlash's Bloodline vs. Riddle, KO, and Sammy's 6-man match, it could have done more. The WWE does deserve credit for not giving fans a conclusive finish. This is a major match where fans should have to wait for a PLE to see it play out. It failed to entertain because it was another main event that lasted 10 minutes if it was lucky, and that includes commercials. The match didn't start until there was 12 minutes left on Raw, which meant that short of a squash, which wasn't happening, fans weren't going to see anything even close to a quality bout. Painting itself into a corner. The 2023 draft is also painting itself into a corner by having both of its tag team titles on one brand. The WWE heavily implied the belts would only be defended on Raw, which makes no sense as the Usos defended the titles on Raw and SmackDown, as did the women's tag team champions. Perhaps the WWE is thinking of creating a separate men's tag title for SmackDown, but what of the women's tag team championship? That title was rarely defended on both brands, and it's hard to picture the WWE creating a second women's tag team title when the first is such a mess. Once again, the WWE's booking makes it appear that it's making things up as it's going along, and although that might not be the case, perception is reality. The downright ugly. Burying its new belt. While Wrestlelamia would like to take credit for a bold prediction, it didn't take a genius to foresee the WWE would have Roman Reigns and/or Paul Heyman bury the WWE's new world title, which has already been dubbed the consolation prize title by some fans. That occurred tonight, with Paul Heyman taking some thinly veiled shots at the belt before suggesting it would look good around Roman Reigns' waist. Knowing the way WWE has been overbooking Reigns, that possibility can't be ruled out. For now, the WWE has to ask itself how anyone is going to take the new world title seriously when it's already being dismissed by the Undisputed Champion's official representative. More draft picks announced during Raw Talk. Topping today's news, the first May Raw featured Night 2 of the 2023 WWE Draft, but the draft didn't end there, as more picks were announced on Raw Talk, including several free agents. Here is a complete list of who was drafted on Raw Talk and where they're going. Raw receives Nikki Cross, Dana Brooke, Johnny Gargano, Angel Garza, Humberto Carrillo, Akira Tozawa, Piper Niven, Xia Li, Tegan Knox, Emma, Riddick Moss, Indus Sher, and Jinder Mahal, and Odyssey Jones. SmackDown receives Grayson Waller and Tamina, while Baron Corbin, Shelton Benjamin, Zion Quinn, Cedric Alexander, and Elias are all free agents. WWE reminded fans that free agents can compete on any brand, or what's more likely in many of these superstars' cases, job out on any brand. Ring announcer shakeup. The WWE Draft has led to Raw and SmackDown swapping ring announcers. Ringside News is reporting Samantha Irvin will be the ring announcer for WWE Raw, Mike Rome will be the ring announcer for SmackDown per WWE.com. As many fans know, the WWE tries to keep couples together, which is why the Street Profits and Bianca Belair are on the same brand. With Ricochet and Braun Strowman on Raw, it makes sense for Ricochet's fiancée Samantha Irvin to be on the red brand. Draft-related chaos strikes WWE. Dave Meltzer is reporting that this year's draft has caused considerable chaos backstage as superstars are hearing different stories on the status quo. Diamond Dave discussed how Bianca Belair called herself the SmackDown Women's Champion, while Rhea Ripley was called the SmackDown Women's Champion. Meltzer noted on Wrestling Observer Radio that it's very clear again people are being told different things that change all the time. There's a lot of chaos right now. WRKD Wrestling later tweeted about Meltzer's musings. Dave Meltzer via WOR described WWE backstage after the draft as chaotic. However, we've instead heard many backstage are very happy with the way the rosters shook out, with most wrestlers looking forward to the plans for the World Heavyweight Championship and SummerSlam. New writer for Bray Wyatt? Interesting news about Bray Wyatt, as the Road Dogg commented on his podcast that the WWE has brought in a new writer for Bray Wyatt, with the Road Dogg commenting, "So we'll see how all of that unfolds down the road." Wrestlelamia recently addressed reports that Alexa Bliss's return is imminent and that it appears she'll be working with Bray Wyatt when he returns. Wyatt is reportedly out with an undisclosed medical issue, but it appears the WWE is still interested in pushing him when he returns, although the presence of a new writer invites speculation about whether WWE is tweaking his character and the characters surrounding him, such as Uncle Howdy. AEW Fight Forever update. Possible good news for fans waiting patiently for AEW's Fight Forever console game. Insider Gaming is reporting the game's promotional material is finished, and sources around the game's promotional team, however, tell Insider Gaming that they haven't been told anything about when that promotion will begin. You may recall some previous comments from THQ Nordic's global community manager Ziddies that the game was not almost done. Nonetheless, Insider Gaming sources have insisted that the game is ready from a development standpoint, aside from ongoing bug fixes and updates that will be worked on all the way through launch and beyond. Do you think Fight Forever will debut soon? Mike Tyson says he'd kick wrestlers' ass. Last but not least, Mike Tyson is still a huge wrestling fan, and he's apparently still ready to issue an ass whipping. Tyson recently chatted with Forbes' Alfred Kanoa and was asked whether he's interested in wrestling Logan Paul. Iron Mike replied, "I would do it. I would kick his ass. Yes, I would do it. Even though I love him though. This is what I found out about WrestleMania. Everybody says, that's fake, but the check is real. Deep down inside, don't let WWE know. I would do this for free." Well guys, there you have it, Wrestlalamia's analysis of the first of May edition of Raw, as well as the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know in wrestling. Be sure to leave your comments and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, check out our website, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll see you next time for some more wrestling content.